Most people on earth believe in some kind of God or religion. But what is religion? The simplest, most universal answer may be how humans relate the physical world to the transcendent world. All religions include the idea that there is an ideal beyond what is visible, that behind the material world there is a more permanent other. How we relate and get in a favorable relationship with this other is what occupies most, if not all, religions. A lot of people say that all religions ultimately lead to God. But this ignores the enormous contradictions between all religions that make it impossible for the Muslim God to somehow be in agreement with the Hindu god Vishnu. Allah insists on his exclusivity, and so does Jesus. So what makes the Christian God so special? Well, all religions set down rules in order to bring the people closer to the transcendent. Jehovah, or Yahweh, is no different. But his rules are really hard to follow. Actually, all religions hold their people to near impossible standards, but Yahweh is the only one who revealed his rules not to hold them over his people's heads, but to show them how good, holy, amazing, and beyond them he is. His rules are supposed to seem impossible and terrifying, because he is so much more and better than we are. We cannot approach him. Even the great prophet in Isaiah chapter 6 screamed in terror when he faced God's throne. Isaiah knew, when faced with the unfathomable holiness of God, that he was such a wretched sinner, he deserved to die. The Bible recounts this moment in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 5. Then I said, Woe is me, for I am ruined, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then, something that never happens in any other religion in the world happened in verses 6 and 7. Then one of the seraphim flew to me with a burning coal in his hand, which he had taken from the altar with tongs. He touched my mouth with it and said, Behold, this has touched your lips, and your iniquity is taken away, and your sin is forgiven. A servant creature of God sears Isaiah's lips with a hot coal as a symbol of purification and atonement, showing that God has forgiven him and made him worthy to stand in his presence. The Christian God is the only God who forgives. He is the only God who gives grace. No other religion on earth is accompanied by this hope, and Jesus is the one who makes this possible. The book of Hebrews in chapter 10 verses 19 through 23 says, Therefore, brethren, since we have confidence to enter the holy place by the blood of Jesus, by a new and living way, which he inaugurated for us through the veil, that is his flesh. And since we have a great priest over the house of God, let us draw near with a sincere heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled clean from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. Christianity is the only truly livable, loving, graceful religion in existence.